Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Super 80s Podcast Friend. We are a TV theme song explorer, and we have one mission, and that is to analyze every single 1980s TV theme song, comedies, dramas, soap operas. We love them all. And if you love us, please like and subscribe on all of your podcast listening places. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
We are now on the YouTube, which is pretty exciting. So you can find us there as well. And also reach out to us. We sure love hearing from you. You can send us messages on Facebook, Instagram,
Threads,
and Super 80s Podcast Friend at gmail.com. Ryan, have we ever gotten a message on Threads?
No.
Well, you could be the first one to give us a message. Do it. Give us a message on Threads. By the way, I am John.
I'm Ryan.
and I am Peter.
And we are happy to have you here. Episode 53. We are over a year old. It's pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's celebrate by having a beer.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ryan, what you drinking?
It's Milwaukee MKE-MVP New England IPA.
All right.
Hazy.
Hey, anonymous statistician. Is this the first time the MKE or the Milwaukee Brewing Company has been on the podcast? I'm going to say it's the first time.
I think so.
I agree with that.
We've
Which
been
means
wrong
it's
in the
probably
past.
wrong.
We've been wrong. Pete, you're having the same thing?
I am.
All right. I'm having a Revolution Antihero. Just so predictable. All right. We've introduced ourselves. We got our beers. We asked you to like and subscribe wherever you listen. Hey, write a review too, by the way. We like those. Right?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Somebody give us a review.
Yeah.
It's time for the mailbag, retractions, and all that other good stuff. Last episode 52 was Fraggle Rock. Episode 51 was 10 Speed and Brown Shoe. Episode 50 was Miami Vice. And episode 49, I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't have anything on 49 either.
So does anybody have any retractions, comments, questions, or things from ye old mailbag?
No, I don't have anything.
I watched half an episode of 10 Speed and Brown Shoe.
Yes!
Nice work.
They're an hour long, which I did not realize.
Oh, wow.
And I was washing dishes, and I'm like, I should throw something on. And got 30 minutes of 10 Speed and Brown Shoe. And you know what? I actually kind of enjoyed it. It was funny.
Cool.
Brown Shoe, he's a hustler. He wears like 5 different costumes, disguises himself, uses different accents to try and con himself out of situations.
Which one is this? Is it Goldman or Goldberg?
No, he's 10 Speed.
Okay.
Goldblum is 10 Speed. I mean, there's obviously it's a little cheesy, but I might finish this episode at some point.
Excellent.
You've watched like a tenth of the whole series.
Yeah.
You're basically a super fan.
Yeah, so they were collecting a debt for some private eye work they did from a fancy department store, and Goldblum wanted to go in and give him a accounts receivable statement or something real official, and Brown Shoe's like, no, I'll go take care of it. So he disguised himself as a sheik.
Good one.
Oh boy.
Went into this fancy store and got them to give him like a really nice suit and some other stuff on consignment that was worth the money they were owed.
A consignment gig. Huh?
And then he ran out. But then later, some muscle showed up to repo the suit.
From Ben Vereen?
Yes.
Oh, man.
There was also a murder and some other stuff. But yeah, it was actually
Cool.
kind of enjoyable.
I watched an episode of 10 Speed and Brown Shoe as well.
Wow.
Around 9 minutes ago.
Wow.
With my kids.
Awesome.
Wow.
So I was waiting for you guys to arrive.
Where are you guys finding these?
It's on YouTube. Nobody's protecting that IP.
Yeah.
I watched an episode called There's No Free Lunch. It starts out with Goldblum, and he's in his car reading a mystery detective book, and he's doing the voiceover of it.
Sure.
And there's like some weird 40s jazz coming. And all of a sudden, a guy comes up to the car, and he's like, what the hell are you doing here? And it's some weird dude in a wrestling singlet.
Okay.
Nice.
Pulls him out of the car, and it turns out that Goldblum, the person he was going to meet with, was the person that he was protecting. Does that make sense? The guy in the wrestling singlet. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Bodyguard, you wear a singlet.
it was so weird. And he was like, I would say mid-50s.
It's like Gorilla Monsoon.
That's a great reference. Anyway, Goldblum's totally Goldblum. Did you notice that as well?
Like, he doesn't really have a whole lot of actual characters that he plays. He's pretty much the same guy all the time.
He's the same guy all the time.
Himself.
So
he's likable.
Yeah, he's very. It's not a bad thing. He does what he does well. So at one point, he's meeting with this woman who hires him. And she's like, "Where's your partner?" And it switches over, and you see Ben Vereen running down an alley.
Nice.
And behind him are like 10 dudes chasing him who want to kill him. Yep. And then he, as Pete said, he went into a bunch of different characters. He pulled the wool over their eyes. He's very clever. And every time he pulls the wool over somebody's eyes, Ryan, you're going to hate this. Yeah. The bicycle bell goes ding, ding. It happened like 4 times in the episode. It was really bad.
How is this show not popular? Everything I'm hearing so far, I find intriguing and engaging.
A lot of musical interludes with banjo.
Banjo, huh?
Yep. Banjo and classical instruments.
Yep.
Yeah.
Weird.
Very.
And then
that's
and then
pretty
the
much it.
Bell.
The story was that the lady who was hiring the private detectives was actually trying to pull a once-over on them. She was a hooker, blah, blah. It was, like Pete, it was engaging. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
Okay.
So
I've seen worse.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed this or checked this, but 10 Speed and Brown Shoe was, I think, our highest viewed episode in the first week of airing of any episode we've had.
What the hell? Why?
There are no explanations for things like that.
Man.
Because we were joking that was going to be our lowest.
Yes. And it's our highest
for like the first week that in the first week in release. We'll
it's
see.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. A couple other things. So Pete and I both watched a little 10 Speed and Brown Shoe. Not bad. Definitely, listeners, check it out. It's on YouTube. Watch a few minutes. A longtime listener and friend of the podcast, Yura, watched the Miami Vice episode a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
So he just had a couple things there. He said, since I always try to find a Finnish connection, he said there's a hip-hop group in Finland called Don Johnson Big Band. And there's also an artist in Finland called Malmi Vice. Malmi is a suburb of Helsinki, and his logo is a mock-up of the Miami Vice logo. This one comes from Adam in Minnesota. He said, I'm behind on episodes, so catching up with the Gummy Bears, and I have to defend John on playing marbles.
Oh.
Marbles were definitely a giant thing in the 80s. High-stakes games on the playground, and as John said, playing keepsies. In fact, I had just been discussing these marble games with my kids a few weeks ago and how the goal was to win the big marbles, which were called boulders. Glad to hear someone else remembered these marble games as well. Love the show, guys. Adam in Minnesota.
Funny.
So, Adam,
thank you, Adam.
Thank you, and hey, thanks for defending my honor.
Yeah.
So this is a tie-in. That's why I put it after this. This was when I had said I hadn't seen Miami Vice. He said, I was flabbergasted to hear John hadn't seen the show. Too busy playing with his marbles, no doubt. Not a euphemism. A couple weeks ago, we had what we thought was our first ever drink of New Glarus' seasonal IPA. Anonymous statistician. This is the 4th time New Glarus seasonal IPA was drunk. Pete drank it in episode 1. And John had it in episodes 2 and 8.
Early on.
Well,
you can't.
Seasonal,
it's
right?
Seasonal, yeah.
It's seasonal.
Correct. Yeah,
we're not supposed to remember all the way back
No,
to last year.
impossible.
Same season.
And one last thing. This is from longtime listener Angie about 10 Speed.
Oh.
She said, oh my God, I love Jeff Goldblum and I haven't heard of this show. Can't wait to listen to the episode. And then she also said on a side note, she has a few Jeff Goldblum and the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra albums. And she went to see, right? She said she went to Chicago to see him perform jazz with his band, and he's an amazing piano player. I had no idea.
Wow. I think I've seen him like in roles playing the piano in different things, but yeah, it doesn't surprise me because he does. appear to have, be an intellect kind of piano playing guy.
Yeah, I could see him playing jazz.
Yeah.
So thanks for sharing that, Angie. And that's the mailbag.
Fun.
Nice.
Yeah, some fun stuff there.
Thanks, listeners.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And that leaves just one thing left to do. We got our beer. We got our mailbag. Let's find out what we're listening to this week. Conky!
Ready to assist you. Pee-wee.
Morning, Conky.
What's today's secret word?
Today's secret word is let's make a deal.
All right. Monty Hall.
Monty Hall, yeah.
Man, I definitely watched this.
I wouldn't have bagged this as an 80s show. I mean, I've obviously heard of it, but I think more of a 70s.
I think right now, Conky is zapping things into Pete's brain.
Yeah.
I don't know a ton about Let's Make a Deal, but I'm guessing Pete he's got a little drool. Could you wipe that up, Ryan?
Yeah, hold on.
There we go. Okay,
Ooh.
there, and pick him up.
Yep.
Throw him in the chair. He'll wake up in a sec. But I believe Pete is going to inform us in a little bit that there were multiple iterations of Let's Make a Deal. But before we get to that, fellas, what are your memories of Monty Hall and Let's Make a Deal?
I don't think I ever watched it.
It's a big old 0 for Pete.
Yeah, I can't say that I have either. I mean, I'm aware of the show and it somewhat cultural significance, right? If you want to say that, but I don't think I ever watched the show or anyone I knew.
I don't know how long it was on for, but I definitely watched it, whether it was a year or 3 years or whatever.
Okay.
I watched it. I remember people dressing up in costumes.
Yes.
Lots of costumes, adults in costumes trying to get chosen.
Just like a chicken and
because I think that's how, I think it wasn't like Come On Down Rod Roddy where your name was chosen. I think if you were wearing the toothpaste tube costume and your wife was a toothbrush, maybe you get called down.
Sure.
So I believe that was part of it. And this was like the door number 1, door number 2, door number 3 type of thing.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe he would be like, do you want 10 weeks worth of free cable television? Or do you want to lose it all and see what's behind door number 2? And door number 2 could have like a garbage bag in it.
Right.
Or maybe a pack of Garbage Pail Kids.
Or a trip to Hawaii.
Or a trip to Hawaii.
Right.
Or a brand new car.
Hey.
Maybe a
81.
Buick Skylark.
Yeah, exactly.
A Sunbird, a Pontiac Sunbird.
Nice.
Exactly.
Hey, when's the last time you guys had a car with an ashtray in it?
Really good question. My 87 Cavalier, probably.
I'm trying to remember, I want to say a Nissan Sentra, like a mid-90s Nissan Sentra, but I can't remember well enough
Right.
to say for sure.
I don't know if my 2003 Hyundai Elantra had an ashtray in it or not.
Yeah.
It might have.
I had
I would.
Yeah.
My Mazda did.
Yeah, I had a Elantra similar year.
Yeah.
Like maybe an 04 or 05 or something, and I don't think that it did.
When's the last time you had a car with an ashtray in the back seat?
Oh, those are awesome.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Remember being a kid and flipping them open, and there'd be like,
click, click. Yeah.
Oops, they had a spring-loaded lid.
yes.
Correct. Yeah. And your parents were like, knock it off back there.
Get your hands out of the ashtray.
Exactly.
Clean out the ashtray.
Right.
Stop smoking in the back.
So that's my memory. Costumes, door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. And I think I've told you guys before that I listened to a lot of stand-up comedy cassettes as a kid.
Yeah, you mentioned it a time or two.
So I listened to Cheech and Chong tapes, and they had Let's Make a Dope Deal.
Oh, I remember
and it was
that.
a play on Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah.
And so that I recall that as well.
Is that still smoking? Cheech and Chong,
that
was a movie. That's not this album.
Yeah, I think one of the cassettes was called Cheech and Chong's Greatest Hit.
Okay.
And then they were rolling a huge joint on the cover.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. Okay, so Let's Make a Deal premiered in December of 1963.
Whoa.
It was created by Stefan, I'm going to mess this guy's name up, Hatos and Monty Hall. So he was a
Monty,
creator.
Oh, wow.
And he hosted the show for nearly 30 years.
Wow.
After roughly 1,200 episodes on NBC daytime and dozen or so on NBC primetime, the show moved to ABC from 68 to 76. There was a relaunch in 1980, one season, that aired in syndication. And then the all-new Let's Make a Deal ran for 2 seasons from 84 to 86, again in syndication.
Okay.
So that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So between ABC and NBC in their first run, they had 3,784 episodes.
Man,
that's unreal.
Syndicated 71 to 77, 281 episodes. Syndicated in 1981, 195 episodes. Syndicated 84 to 86, 340 episodes. Then in the 90s, NBC revived it a couple of times for roughly 130 episodes, and now CBS has been running it since 2009 with 2,000 plus episodes.
it's running right now?
I think Wayne Brady is the host.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
No.
Wow. And he was on that show with Drew Carey.
The Wayne Brady Show?
Whose line is it anyway?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the stand-up sketch.
Yeah.
So it's had a lot of different iterations and
Holy
people,
shit.
everybody,
Thousands of episodes.
everybody just wants to make this thing work.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So audience participation is a big part of it. Like you said, contestants are chosen from the studio audience, usually based on their costume. And the people that are selected are traders, and they're offered a prize and then must decide whether to keep it or trade it for like a mystery behind a curtain or in a box or an envelope. There's also a wide variety of other games of chance to, you get something and then ways to either gamble it away or keep it or improve, There's something called zonks.
Like that? I like it.
So if your mystery prize was a zonk, it would be some worthless item like a giant banana, a broken down car,
Yes.
like a live animal, like a llama.
I like that.
But at the end of the episode, then people would be given like $100 or something.
Parting gift.
Not take the booby prize.
Right. Taco Bell gift card.
Yeah. And then there was the big deal of the day, which was at the end of the episode. Top winners could risk their prizes for a shot at the big deal, which is a high value mystery prize. There's also quickie deals in the final minutes. They would offer cash to audience members for like just random things, like I'll give you $50 for each pen inside your purse.
I remember that.
Okay.
One of Monty Hall's more embarrassing moments, there was a woman feeding a baby, had a bottle with a detachable nipple, and he said, I will give you, I can't remember the amount of money, I'll give you $10 if you can show me another nipple. She did not.
Monty.
It wasn't on purpose. He considered it a very embarrassing slip up there.
That's great.
But also inspired the famous Monty Hall problem in probability theory based on the logic of choosing between 3 doors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because if you choose 3 doors and then they rule out one and then you're offered the chance to switch to the one you didn't use, does that increase your odds? Apparently it does. I don't totally understand it, but
So math.
I'm not a statistics.
Statisticians of the
Yes.
world, let us know.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so it sounds like a kind of fun show, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind
Not
of
a lot
crazy and
there, but
scattered and
yeah.
not real consistent.
But games of chance are always the best, right?
They're
Like,
entertaining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the unknown,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm going to give you what's in the left hand, but I have something in the right
Totally.
hand.
It also seemed not super structured. I mean, based on what I can tell, and a lot of it seemed to be, kind of at the whim of the host. So it Monty Hall must have been an integral part of making the show what it is, just with his personality and the way he handled the guests. So the song was composed by Michael Camillo, who worked for Score Productions. Score Productions, we mentioned them on the Press Your Luck episode. They're an American musical production company specializing in background and theme music for television shows. So Score Productions contributed themes or incidental music for shows such as All My Children, The Love Boat, Monday Night Football, The Match Game, Price is Right, Family Feud,
Wow.
ton of
Got
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
So
That was their wheelhouse.
Yep.
This type of stuff.
yes, so they just had a bunch of composers and was
to work
that was
on it.
all they did. Yeah. That's all I got
Wow.
on Let's Make a Deal.
Well, I'll be interested. I
Yeah.
obviously I can't hum the song or anything, but I will be interested if it comes back to me,
Rings a bell for you.
because I mean, vivid memories of watching this. So this would have been on. I'm sorry. This was.
It would have been syndication in 84 to 86. So I
Okay.
don't know what network you would have been watching it on.
Right, but probably like in that like 6 p.m. times. Like, does it?
I'm guessing this is. I thought it was a morning one.
Oh,
but who
morning
knows
one?
in
Okay.
syndication, right? Like,
Yeah, I actually don't know.
It could be
either.
anywhere.
Could
Yeah.
depend on the
totally.
market.
Right.
Well, let's take a listen.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Sounds very regal.
Re-
Like who's
Regal.
like King John in the Robin Hood cartoon's going to come walking out with his floppy hat.
His Majesty.
Ladies and gentlemen, all rise for King Monty Hall. That'd be great. Does he wear a costume? Do you think, or just the
It's
audience?
just got the name. When your name is Monty, you can pretty much get away with anything.
Monty's you don't meet a lot of Montys.
No.
What is that short for?
Montgomery?
Whoa, Montgomery.
Or Monty E.
Jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, Richard Dawson. Oh, hold on. That's a quick little number.
Me likey.
We went from being at the coronation of
Right.
the king to
To Funktown.
what's the
Yeah.
Miami Sound Machine, right?
There you go. I like that.
Gloria Estefan.
It really does actually sound like the Miami Sound Machine. I picture her walking up like, "You done me a shy boy." Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Come on, baby. We can do that conga. Come and give it to me any longer. We're good. Crowd's having a good time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are into this.
Yeah.
It sounds like you could be at a WWF meet or something. the way they're
Sure.
going.
Yeah. I mean, they've been sitting out in the LA heat in those in those costumes like all morning.
Giant foam taco.
Exactly. Stick of butter.
Sweating balls.
Exactly.
Man, I really hope I can win a trip to Hawaii.
Yep.
That's not Rod Roddy.
No.
No.
So in the title, it is called the All New Let's Make a Deal.
Right.
Yes, this iteration is called that.
Like the all new Scooby Doo. Remember when they did
Yes,
that?
I do.
Yeah.
Do, do, do.
So I wonder who's the Scrappy Doo of the all new.
It's a great question.
I mean, Monty Hall, I believe, is still in this.
Yeah.
There he
There
is.
you go.
Now, in a little bit, we're going to watch this. I haven't seen Monty Hall since the 80s. Here's what I'm picturing. Kind of a Mr. Bean look. Black hair, probably dyed.
Okay.
Wearing a suit.
Mustache or no mustache?
No mustache, no facial hair.
Okay.
Clean shaven.
Long microphone or regular like microphone?
Like a Bob Barker.
Yeah, like the
Let's give him a long microphone.
long microphone.
He's wearing a suit and a tie.
What color suit?
He's wearing, let's see, 1985. He's wearing a navy blue suit.
Okay.
No, I was going to say brown.
Brown.
Okay.
Brown is where I would have gone
Or
to.
maroon.
Yeah.
Brown sport coat with maroon pants.
Correct.
But
yeah.
hair, kind of the combed over type look.
Yeah. Well, Monty's got to be in his 40s or 50s at this point,
At this
right?
point,
Like,
maybe 60s.
yeah, true. True.
Yeah.
Du-du-du. Du-du-du-du.
Let's see what else we got.
There
We'll give it a
is.
few more seconds. It would have been cool if there had been like an interlude where the bass did some slapping on this
I
song.
know.
Would have been,
Yeah.
They should have done something like that.
And, yeah, so that was all of 27 seconds.
Let's get a few moments of post-song chatter.
Yeah.
A little post-coitus pillow talk.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you for coming to Let's Make a Deal. We do enjoy our audiences. They're such good sports. They come dressed like this to the show. Do you know that the show's been on the air 21 years? People still stop me and say, "Do you?"
Well,
dress
that's
That's
a lie, right? A fallacy there, Mr. Monty.
It's been 21 years since it was debuted, but
Sure.
it's not been on the air.
It's his baby, though. It's his show. I get it.
Yeah.
Where's Monty Hall from?
Possibly Canada.
Really?
Canuck, huh?
Oh, I'll be damned. I was just trying to pinpoint that accent.
It's different.
Let me see if I can get Conky to verify.
He does sound Mr. Bean-ish.
Could you give me, as you're looking, Pete, just a few more
the
seconds?
studio? They don't believe that you come from home like this. Of course, I don't believe that you come home from home. But
Sound-
you do. Some of the costumes are really sensational.
He sounds like New York-ish to me. New
Okay,
York.
you're picturing
He
an East
sounds
Coast
East
vibe?
Coast, yeah.
Pete's saying maybe Canada?
Winnipeg.
Hey,
Was
wow,
born
nice
in
work.
Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Manitoba. So Trebek is from Ontario,
Ontario.
Interesting.
Canada. Game show host.
Yeah.
Born and bred there, apparently.
Thank you, Canada.
Yes.
Richard Dawson. Where's he from? Alberta?
Sure.
Conky. Where is Richard Dawson from?
You're really asking him? It's fantastic. So kind of a classic game show intro, right? You've got a really peppy, bouncy song. You've got an announcer who, and it's fun, just how formulaic shit gets just in general, not just in TV, but like here, it's a game show. So it has to sound like this. We're going to have a voiceover guy, send him on in. I
Yep.
mean, I'm guessing when we get to, we're going to probably have to do a dozen game shows. They'll all probably be really similar to this.
I would guess.
Hopefully some of them are longer.
20 seconds. Doop-a-doop. It's catchy. All right. Well,
Probably should give it another listen, though, just to try and pick out some of the elements between the
should we give a few more seconds at
Announcer.
least at the beginning?
beginning.
I just cannot believe that first 5 seconds versus the rest of the peppiness of it.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
It is.
Meant to like get your attention maybe, and then all of a sudden they
Get you off, get your guard down, and then
Yep.
boom.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, shit, I'm excited to watch this because I have zero recollections of that song, mainly because it sounds like every other damn game show theme song. But I visually kind of feel like I can picture the set, so I am very interested.
Can you describe what you imagine the set to look like?
Yeah, I'm picturing lots of white. I'm picturing, obviously, I remember the three, like it was three garage door almost. Like,
Okay.
Right, three doors. Kind of a crazy shithouse crowd, like on Let's Make a Deal. I feel like the people seemed like they were kind of piled in the stands. But I don't remember how they stood when they were called down. That I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know if the intro will get to that.
Yeah, we'll see.
I feel like he went right to the people, but I could be wrong
Maybe.
on that. Let's
All right,
do it.
Can you go full screen on that bad boy? Oh, hey! All right. So right off the bat, we're seeing doors 1, 2, and 3. So it's a big white stage, and each door is apparently a different color. We got a yellow, a red, and a green. It looks like. Oh, this
Nice.
is great. I'm just 1 second here.
You're pretty close on the Mr. Bean reference.
Yeah, he's got kind of a Mr. Bean meets Bob Costas meets who's the guy who bit asses? The NBA announcer? Ass biter.
Marv Albert.
Yeah, Marv Albert. He's like a hybrid of those three guys.
Yeah, I thought you said, who's the guy that smelled asses?
No, bit. Very different. So here we can see Monty Hall. He's got a cheerleader. Behind him's like a super nerd.
Clown.
So if you look, listeners, in the background here, it's very Price is Right. There's big,
Right.
bright colors, weird lights.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, and so it looks like the traders sat in one area in their costumes, and then there was actually another part of the audience that was just there to watch.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was all.
I would have guessed the same, Pete, that it was all potential contestants.
Can I?
But this
can I
makes
just
more
tell you
sense.
that I love that you use the term traders.
He's
when
like,
you-
he's vested.
I love that. That is
Like, I'm
great.
going to use the proper term for these people. Man, I want to see all these costumes. It's going so fast.
I know.
Yeah.
that guy's supposed to be a prisoner or a pirate?
I don't know.
Or
Yes.
an ethnic stereotype. I'm not sure. It might. Some of these costumes probably didn't age well.
Fair.
Oh, that's a good one. Do you see that?
There's a guy dressed as a baby on someone's shoulder.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You know, a game show where everybody dresses in costume really just brings kind of a fun, light vibe.
Total different spice every day, right? Like that's the beauty of it. And usually they usually cut like several episodes in a day.
I bet.
I mean, I think that's how most of those go. So you're cutting like 3-4 a day. So they're just filtering all these people in. Man.
Yeah. This gal looks happy. She's got
Yeah, she does.
some lace on her neck. She's got a flower in her hair. She's wearing some type of muumuu. And she's
She's bopping.
bopping.
A lot of people dressed in like bathrobes and shower caps and shit. Look at this wonderful font.
Yeah.
So, as you know, every episode we like to talk about this. How would you explain this?
A Happy TV Funhouse on Saturday Night Live.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
Well done.
That's
exactly it. Yep.
Yeah, good call.
But Pete, you were spot on.
That I don't know, for whatever reason I recognized it right away.
Yes, but you were spot on. This is absolute chaos on this show. Like it's Monty Hall just moving around, and people are out of their minds.
And it's a big-ass rainbow set with a bunch of geometric shapes.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
feels like an acid trip.
Correct.
A really fun one.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, people love Monty.
That Mr. Bean comparison isn't bad, is it?
No, it's pretty
No,
darn
I
good.
think yeah. Aside from the fact that Mr. Bean didn't talk, but
Right. I was just
Visually-
thinking visually.
Yeah.
But even
no,
down
I'd
to
say-
the suit, it's like a gray
oh yeah, Yeah.
type suit, and
yeah,
Mr.
good.
freaking Bean.
but he's actually Marv Albert. He actually looks more like Marv Albert than Mr. Bean,
You're right.
Yes,
minus the asses that we know.
That we know of. We're not claiming Monty Hall was an ass biter.
No,
but we're not ruling it out.
we're not.
And if it was consensual, God bless him.
That's
Bite
right.
those hinders.
To each ass their own.
Let's just get a few more seconds before we vote on this.
We do enjoy our audiences. They're such good sports. They come dressed like this to the show. Do you know that the show's been on the air 21 years? People still stop.
There's like a Dracula in the background. Listeners, I encourage you to take 30 seconds out of your day and just check out a few seconds.
Yeah, it is fun to just look at the costumes.
And one thing, I think the further back you go in television, certainly in the 80s, is there you can see like this is like it's professionally done, but it looks like it was done on a budget.
Pretty low budget looking, right?
And I love that.
Oh, absolutely.
A few more seconds, please.
Stop me and say, do you dress them at the studio? They don't believe that you come from home like this. Of course, I don't believe that you come home from home.
And I remember people with signs, right? Like, Monty, pick me.
Yep.
If you pick me, you can bite my ass, that type of stuff.
Sure. Just holding up the sign. Bite my ass.
You can get the Super 80s Podcast Friend Bite My Ass t-shirts. Make it happen, someone, please. I'll wear it all summer long.
In the Let's Make a Deal font.
Yes. Super 80s Podcast
Let's
Friend.
make a deal. Bite my ass or door 2, right?
Listeners, you're probably hating this, but let's give me a few more
Some of the
seconds.
costumes are really sensational and others are questionable. But everybody has a good time because you're good sports. Isn't that right?
So the lady just
I have to explain
plowed
this to my
herself
friends
out
from
of
Hong
the...
Kong.
She's wearing a nightie. She's got a teddy bear, and she just jumped on Monty Hall.
Monty.
She's dressed as jailbait, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
A few more seconds.
I didn't do anything yet, did I? I haven't even started the show yet. You see?
Yeah, unhinged chaos.
Yeah, I love it. I love
All
it.
right. Well,
So that's Let's Make a Deal.
I am in. I I'm guessing. I mean, I watch so much shit. I gotta watch this. This actually looks pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, it's fairly engaging already.
Yes. Wow. Well, there you have it. The all-new Let's Make a Deal from the mid-'80s. Holy smokes. We're not here to vote on the show, though. We're
No,
here to
but
vote
let's
on...
just cleanse our palate from the show and all that distraction of the costumes. Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, that's what I needed to get back in my head.
Well, we got to vote. All it takes is 2 to get on the Wall of Fame or Wall of Shame.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody want to start? I have conflicted feelings.
I will. I wish it was longer. I want to hear more of it.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did here, I did like. So I'm a Arnold on this one. But Conky does not have Arnold ready to go.
I'll be back.
I'm the same, Pete. It's funky. I like it. It's an Arnold for me.
I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's kind of nondescript, but it's good. It's in my head.
Yep.
And not in a bad way.
No.
We were all bouncing around.
I'll be back.
Wow. Well, who knew that the all-new Let's Make a Deal would be on our Wall of Fame as a unanimous thumbs up? You know what that means. We got to get a theme song for this at some point. But it's Big Pal mode.
Big Pal time.
If this is your first time listening, if a song makes our Wall of Fame and gets 3 thumbs up, right? Or does it just have to make...
No, 3.
It's unanimous. It has to be unanimous.
Yes. It has the potential to become a Big Pal. And Big Pal is for the best of the best. And we just go around in a circle, and I will ask the question, is the all-new Let's Make a Deal a Big Pal?
Do we count to 3 and answer at the same time?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
No.
Yes.
Ryan?
Oh.
That's better than the facts of life.
Fuck yeah!
Wow. Okay.
That's great. Love it.
2 no's, and you're a mysterious man, you know that?
I love it.
You're a mysterious man.
Thank you for being wrong.
Yes, I like it. It's great.
Oh, did you think you were going to get 2 other yeses when you said yes?
I thought I was going to be out on an island, probably either by myself or maybe one other person.
Is the all-new Let's Make a Deal a Big Pal? This is coming from the man who's like, well, not just anything gets to be a Big Pal. It's got to be a really special song that it's got to...
It's true. It's true.
20 seconds.
That's all you need sometimes. That's all you need.
I guess, yeah, if it had been 40 seconds, maybe the second 20 seconds would have sucked.
It's true. We've had songs like that.
Man, I loved it. That was...
Yeah.
You gave it
If there was a category, if we segregated like Big Pals for just game shows, I think it's an easy Big Pal for just game shows.
Possibly.
No.
Oh yes. Search your soul. Search
You
your soul.
sound like the Emperor in Return of the Jedi. Search your feelings.
Search your feelings, young Padawan.
Wow.
It was good, not great. So
Yep.
that's where I stand.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And John, when you said you were conflicted before the first vote, can you
Yeah.
expand.
It's just kind of nondescript, bouncy game show music.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have felt bad giving it a thumbs down.
Okay.
But yeah, like it's almost elevator music.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's better.
It is better for sure. I gave it a thumbs up, but
Yeah.
I think it's one. If I would think about it for a while, I might be like, it's not that good.
If you walked into an elevator and that was going, you'd be like, oh yes.
Press all the buttons.
You'd be biting asses the whole way down to the first floor.
We're biting asses in this.
Well, listeners, let us know what you think. Did Let's Make a Deal deserve to get on our Wall of Fame? Should Let's Make a Deal have been a Big Pal?
Does it make you want to bite asses?
1/3 of us says Big Palate. But either way, it is on the Wall of Fame. It is not a Big Pal. There you have it. Hey, speaking of Big Pals, we got a retroactive vote. Hold on one sec.
See, you just can't get rid of it.
It's a bit of an earworm.
All right, we've got a retroactive Big Pal for the theme song for Amen. Can I pull it up, or do you got it, Pete?
I mean, I know it.
I just need to hear it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Is Amen a Big Pal? Pete?
1,
Oh, yeah.
2, 3.
Yes. Yeah, it's a great gospel tune.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Makes you want to boogie.
If loving the theme song to Amen is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's great. That's an easy Big Pal.
Yep.
Unanimous. Welcome. Or, I mean, it has to be, but welcome to the Big Pal world. Amen.
Amen.
Nobody's shocked with that one.
Oh, that's
No surprises.
I kind of had forgotten what the song sounded like, but as soon as it
great
played, I was
song.
like, "Oh yeah, this one's."
It's fantastic. All right. Well, guys, we've done it all. Is there anything left? Any hypotheticals, any questions, comments before we wrap it up and bid adieu to the all-new Let's Make a Deal?
I don't have anything.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think we checked all the boxes. We had some laughs, bit some asses, and now we're ready to turn in for the night.
Just a regular old Tuesday.
Hey, listeners, thank you so much for listening to the Super 80s Podcast Friend, our 53rd episode. We're excited to have you join in next week for number 54. Until then, you are listening to the Super 80s Podcast Friend. I'm John.
Ryan?
And I'm Peter.
And it is here where the towels are hers and hers